friends, today let us take up the issue, the topic ozone for YouTube channel Knowledge Communication. Actually, what is this ozone? Ozone is a gas. Ozone, it contains three atoms of oxygen, as you can see. Means three atoms of oxygen combined to give up a molecule of ozone. The sun rays, the sun rays react with the oxygen, that is O2, and form O3, that is ozone. Ozone is a highly useful gas for the entire biodiversity our planet contain. Actually, ozone layer, before we move on to the greenhouse effect, the global warming, it is very necessary to have a close look on ozone layer. So ozone layer is, as I told you, that it is the combination of oxygen and one more molecule of O. Three oxygen molecule atoms combine to give one ozone molecule. This is molecule. Okay. Now ozone layer starts above us from 16 kilometer and it exists up to 23 kilometer. That simply means that it is 8 kilometer wide. This 8 kilometer wide ozone layer is very, very useful as it protects ultraviolet rays coming through insolation from the sun from entering into the space. The entering into the space which is just above us, that is troposphere, stratosphere. So the existence of ozone layer is very, very necessary. It must be in healthy situation, healthy form. Now what is actually happening? The wide range of human activities, due to wide range of human activities, the emission of certain gases into the atmosphere through vehicular activities, the industrial activities, construction activities. So what is happening actually? This 8 kilometer width of ozone is threatened, is highly threatened. It is under danger. It's not a gossip, it's a fact that it is being threatened by we people. We, at one hand, we discuss about, we express our worries about the greenhouse effect and global warming. But I think before that, we must take into consideration the threatening of the ozone layer. This must be the first step for us in order to save the biodiversity on this lovely on this lovely planet. So actually in 1980, according to a study carried out in 1980, the ozone layer has developed holes at different places. And what is happening? Through those holes, ultraviolet rays coming from the sun through insolation, these rays highly dangerous. The fatal rays are damaging our environment. That simply means that damaging the life on the planet. That includes human beings as well, crops, trees, plants, wide variety of flora and fauna and all that. So this is not a myth, this is reality, that the ozone layer is threatened. This aspect is very serious one. Before we cope up with the disease of the dangers of greenhouse effect and global warming at large. At we must tackle this situation. We have to keep ozone layer 8 kilometer wide, that is intact. It is very necessary for us. Human activities must be contained. Human activities, development activities must take into consideration, means it must be durable, it must be considerable, it must be scientific. We talk of science, that science, it is the age of science, but in the age of science we are damaging ourselves, because this is a protection cover. Ozone is a protection cover. This cover must remain intact. I must repeat it, and it is loud and clear that if we do not protect this, the biodiversity will be threatened severely. So this study, which was carried out in 1980, must be taken very, very seriously, very, very genuinely. And if we cure this, if we keep this 8 kilometer wide width, wide range, 8 kilometer wide ozone layer intact, I think then we must proceed towards tackling the situation of greenhouse effect and the global warming at large. So, okay, for today, for now, it is okay. And tomorrow we will proceed towards the greenhouse effect, chlorofluorocarbons, which are the regions, which are the momentous, important regions, which are damaging the ozone layer, and what are all those activities, in order to discuss greenhouse effect and global warming in the final segment of our discussion. Thank you very much.